look at a vector problem that involves an object just moving east and west. This is from Practice A on page 89 of your text, and this is number 1. This is also in your practice problems if you want to see it worked out on a printable sheet. A truck driver is attempting to deliver some furniture. First he travels 8 kilometers east, and then he turns around and travels 3 kilometers west. Finally, he turns again and travels 12 kilometers east to his destination. And the first thing it asks for is what distance has he traveled. So let's take a look at this distance. All right, so we're going to draw a picture of what he's doing. First, he travels 8 kilometers east. Now, typically we use right as east. Sometimes you'll see this as positive or negative, but it just indicates direction. So this is 8 kilometers. But then he turns around and he travels 3 kilometers to the west. So he's going in opposite direction. Let's make a circle here for where he starts. This is his origin. Then after he does that, he turns around and goes 12 kilometers back to the east. Okay, the arrows help us see how direction is changing. Now, first it asks for the distance that he's traveled. This doesn't matter, the direction doesn't matter. It's just the total distance that he's traveled. So we do 8 plus 3 plus 12. And the total distance that he's traveled is going to be, what is that, 23? 23 kilometers is the distance he's traveled. Now, distance is what we call a scalar quantity. Direction doesn't make any difference for distance. It's just literally how far you went in any direction. Now, the next one asks for the driver's total displacement. Displacement is how far are you from where you started. And so if we see at first he was 8 kilometers from his origin. But when he turned around and went back 3, now at that point he was 5 kilometers from the origin. So his displacement at that point was 5 kilometers. But then he went and moved another 12, and so his displacement is 17 kilometers. Now we can also do that mathematically if we think about positives and negatives for different directions. We can add those vectors. So anything east we're going to call positive, anything west we're going to call negative, and we're going to add them together. So we've got 8 plus negative 3 plus positive 12. And if you add those up, I think you'll find you get positive 17. And so I left off of my answer. It's 17 kilometers, but it's 17 kilometers east. That's how far and in what direction he is from where he started.